It's the motherfucking player haters. Oh, yeah.
Player haters.
What's up out there, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. Monday. Yes, you might be asking yourself, what in the world? Why are we getting a podcast? Well, I can't remember not doing a podcast during the regular season, even if it is All-Star Week. So here we are, and we're going to have ourselves a little podcast. Have some things to talk about, anyways, mid-matchup week. Strap in with your strap on. Okie dokie. All right, so let's look at the matchups right now as they are going on. This is pretty close relatively for a lot of these matchups. Myself right now, hanging on by a deep thread, a thick thread, a deep thread. I don't know what the fuck I just said, but all I'm going to say is, holy shit, Brian had himself a Sunday to remember. And had last week ended, well, then it'd be 6-5. But my goodness, 3 home runs from Kyle Stowers. That dude went 5 for 5. I mean, just putting up big numbers. I feel pretty confident going into the All-Star break that in this matchup, I at least have stolen bases. But after his Sunday just explosion and he left 2 home runs on the bench, I do not feel confident in anything else that I have going for me. From runs, I mean, I might be up by 13 there, but you never know. These weekends are always fun. So, but he's got pitching on lock. He's got 11 quality starts, 9 wins. I can't buy a win to save my life. So, my ERA and whip, thanks to this one guy that literally just has like an INF by his name. No. He's got a 94.50. 90, yeah, and a 12 whip. Thank you, Tommy Canale. I appreciate all your efforts in fucking me raw dog. And of course, Brian Baker gets traded to Tampa Bay, and the very same day he gets traded, he fucks up with a game against Detroit, and then, no, it was against Boston. Yeah, he pitched against Boston and fucked up. So, feel pretty confident in him moving forward, but thanks a lot, you two relief bitches. So, that's all I have to say about that. But again, yes, Kyle Stowers, have yourself a day, kid, because he wasn't doing shit for a while. And then all of a sudden he just said, hey, remember me? You dropped me, you bitch. And he was talking to me. So I have to be really grateful for one Jose Ramirez, who's put up some really good numbers, as well as Randy Arozarena staying hot. I like it. But offense ain't going to win you every week. So Trippin' Billy's is bringing it to Nick's house. How about that? 8-4 right now is the score. These two are very close in OBP and average, and stolen bases. But other than that, it looks like Trippin' Billy's is going to run away with the first 3 stats: runs, home runs, and RBIs. This is not looking good for Nick in terms of ERA and whip. But they are very close in wins, quality starts. I don't know what Nick has going for him, but Nick made a move recently and dropped Luis Robert Jr. Shane goes and picks up another man's trash, and he's having a pretty good little couple of days there. And that doubleheader against Cleveland, he went 2 for 7. But yeah, I mean, Marcus Semien just quietly now is the best second baseman in the world. So, yeah, go. He's picking up, I guess, a chapter from one Christopher Walker's book. Another man's trash. Another man's treasure. Josh Mandalorian's going at it. This one looked a little bit, I don't know, like it looked like it was going to come a little bit closer. And again, it's not over yet, but I imagine Josh is pretty confident that he can swing home runs and RBIs his way and keep the average and OBP in his favor. Stolen bases looks to be Josh's as well. And these are very close stats when it comes to wins, strikeouts, quality starts, save plus holds. The ERA looks like it's going to fall in Josh's favor, as does the whip. But these two gentlemen, they've got good stats coming from their catchers and just all across the board. Good stats from everybody from top to bottom for these guys. So 8-4 right now is the score there. And again, we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week to finish up these matchups that we're in right now. Look at this, swinging and missing right now. He's facing off against Sean, and it's a battle. This is very close in terms of the batting stats when it comes to stolen bases, RBIs, home runs. I mean, everything. This could really go one way or the other. It's one run that separates the two gentlemen. One home run, 3 ribbies, 1 stolen base. The average and the OBP are very marginally close. But Eric is doing very well in the strikeouts, but also in the pitching. 1 win separates, 1 quality starts. I believe he's got save plus holds in the bag. My goodness, who the hell do you have grabbing you save plus holds? That Robert Suarez, man, he has been lights out. Mason Miller grabbing you some. Look at that. So go Eric in that department. Looking to try to turn this season around for himself. Still down there in the old bottom, 10th place, and Hitman's trying to get out of 12th. Speaking of in the bottom, you got Rally Monkeys facing off against Rayford Peaches. This one has been kind of going back and forth between these two. Ray is looking to try to surge ahead over these next 3 days, but this, again, could go either way. Rally Monkeys has 7 more runs. She has 2 more home runs. And what is that? 7 more ribbies. So check that out. The number is 7. They're tied in stolen bases. The average and the OBP are close. And she's keeping pace with them in the pitching categories. As a matter of fact, it's kind of, teeter-totter. And both of them are tied in wins and save plus holds. But very close in the ERA and the whip. One fuck up by Dylan Cease again, and it might cost old Walker there. He had a good bounce back from Logan Gilbert. And hey, Shohei Ohtani pitcher watch. He went 3 innings this time, got 4 strikeouts. So 1-1, 2-2. I'm figuring he'll go 3 one more time, and then maybe next time he'll go 4-4. Look at that. It's called a pattern, people. Figure it out. But anyways, moving on. That score is 5-4. So that weekend matchup will definitely be interesting to watch as well. And one more, Jesus and the Tortured Baseball Department. This one's actually, it's looking across it, pretty close. 3 home runs separate these two gentlemen. 4 ribbies. Looks like Jason's going to literally run away with stolen bases. The average in OBP, pretty close there. This weekend could cost 1 Jason. 8 runs, so again, pretty close there. And strikeouts, Jason looks to be walking away with it. However, the ERA and the whip are very low and close for these two guys. And they're tied in save plus holds right now. And it looks like Jason might walk away with the quality starts. So this one's going to be interesting again this weekend. So these two top 6 teams, Jason's looking to hold on to that spot. And Jesus doesn't want to fall out of it. So good matchups there. to wrap out All-Star week 2. So, yeah. Anyways, let us see here. What do we have when it comes to talking baseball? We got the draft going on right now. It really kind of upsets me as a baseball fan just how little there is an attention to the draft. I think I shared the story last year. I was in California, was trying to fly back to Jacksonville, and I got stuck in Arizona. And I'm walking around, and I go to a bar right outside of the Diamondbacks Stadium. They were not in town because what was in town was the MLB draft. There was literally no one in the bar with me. And the draft combine was going on inside of the Diamondback Stadium at the time. And I'm like, where is everybody? Granted, it was probably like 111 degrees outside, but still, like, where was the families, the individual, the coverage? Nothing. I didn't see anybody. I have video proof. I was the only motherfucker in the bar right outside that thing. So, but I wanted to, I've never done this before, but I didn't realize there were so many rounds too. 20 rounds. Round 1 went like this. Eli Willits, a shortstop, went to the Washington Nationals. The Angels picked Tyler Bremner, pitcher. Cade Anderson went to the Mariners, another pitcher. Ethan Holiday, that was probably the biggest round 1 story. Ethan got drafted by the Colorado Rockies, the same team that drafted his dad, Matt Holliday. And of course, we all know that Jackson Holiday is already up in the bigs with the Baltimore Orioles, and he's definitely turned his season around. The St. Louis Cardinals picked pitcher Liam Doyle from Tennessee. Seth Hernandez was drafted by the Pirates. I won't go through all of these, obviously, but Avia Arquette out of Oregon State, a shortstop. Look at all this. Shortstops went heavy in the first round. It was pitch, like shortstop, pitcher, shortstop, pitcher, shortstop, pitcher. Wow. Another shortstop. Holy fucking shit. The first non-pitcher shortstop was in pick 17 by the Cubs, and they picked Ethan Conrad. And then the very next pick was a Kason Cunningham. I love how these people are in high school. Another shortstop. 5'10". Damn, I could have played. I could have, man. I could. No, I'm just kidding. So, a lot of pitchers, a lot of shortstops in the first 16 rounds. Good Lord. Florida State, Jamie Arnold, another Tennessee guy, and Galvin Klein. Where's the first Florida Gator? Was there any? I don't even see any. None in the first round. Who the Braves pick? Tate Southseen. Out of high school, a shortstop. Wow. So these guys get some pretty good money coming right out of there in high school. High school student, out of Lady Bird Johnson, the shortstop Kason Cunningham, $4.58 million. So, you hear all the stories about the minors. And I mean, if you go in the first round, it might be worth it. What's round PPI? I don't understand what that means. Round 1C. What does that mean? Yeah,
round 1.
No, round 1C. So, is these the compensatory picks? Is that what that means? Somebody out there that knows a little bit about this draft, let me know. Makes sense. There's only 4. Arizona got 1, Baltimore got 2, and the Milwaukee Brewers got 1. So this has to do about trades and stuff. But they even got some millions. And look at that. Pitcher, catcher, 2 shortstops. If you're a shortstop out there, next season, you might not get drafted, okay? So, yeah. There you go. I'm seeing some more Florida State guys. Another one, Alex Lodis out of Florida State. And then Cam Leiter. I've heard that name. Maybe it's just Leiter. Is that Jack Leiter's brother? Y'all out there, let me know. Let me know. Number 2, compensatory, it looks like. Okay. So anyways, yeah, draft is there. What's going on tonight in baseball? Anybody know? Anybody? Oh, I do. It's called the Home Run Derby. We talked about it a little bit. Tonight, the field looks like this. Byron Buxton, Brent Rooker, Junior Caminero, Jazz Chisholm, Matt Olson, Cal Raleigh, O'Neill Cruz, James Wood. So let's see. I'm gonna say, what do the rounds look like? How are the rounds gonna go? Let's see how the rounds go. I want to see how it sets up. Who will each competitor in Monday's event? Let's check this out. I know this is great radio. So Cal Raleigh is apparently the favorite to win. Doesn't tell me who they're facing off against. Why? Why don't you? Why? It doesn't. I don't see. One thing is certain: someone's going to win who has never won before. Yippee! Everything you need to know about this year's Home Run Derby. Well, I see the. So I guess it doesn't go. You don't go against people anymore. Is that it? Maybe that's it. Maybe I've forgotten how it goes. You don't compete against somebody. It's just everybody goes in one round and then whoever. So, let's see. James Wood's got some good power. I think Matt Olson's gonna probably be out in the first round. Not because like I've been bitching so much about the Braves. I just feel like that he probably wasn't really prepared to be there mentally, and then he took over the spot. Probably was asked by the team because they wanted somebody to represent, and Ronald Acuna's got that back issue. I think him and O'Neill Cruz are probably going to be out of there. I think Cal Raleigh might make some noise, but I don't know. I feel like James Wood is probably my favorite pick. Him or Byron Buxton. So, but watch out because Byron might tweak something. Jazz Chisholm might tweak something. So, but it's probably going to end up being Junior Caminero is going to win. You know, he's the youngest one out there. He's probably got some stamina, young men. Stamina. So, anyways, yeah, that's really all I got, man. I mean, hope everybody's having a good week. Talked a little bit about Home Run Derby. I don't really care. It's kind of crazy seeing all these pitchers drop off, and then there was that little discussion about Jake Mazeroski getting announced as like by baseball to, you know, do the thing. So he's going to pitch over the two, Ranger Suarez and Christopher Sanchez. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's been kind of drawing in eyes to the sport. So whatever works. I was thinking here, like I wanted to make, I've been listening to some podcasts today while driving around, Ubering and shit, and I'm like, wonder if I can make some bold predictions. And I'm going to try to see here. So I want to look at the standings right now, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to say bold prediction, the Yankees do not make the playoffs. And here's what's happening right now. In the AL, you have the Detroit Tigers, the Houston Astros, the Toronto Blue Jays. Those are your league leaders right now. And in the wild card, you got Seattle, Boston, and the Yankees. I feel like it's crazy to think how close the Los Angeles Angels really are, as well as the Twins. I feel like the Kansas City Royals are going to make a push. They're going to be buyers, not sellers. And Tampa Bay is going to knock out the Yankees. And the Seattle Mariners, they're not going to make it. So my bold prediction is the Kansas City Royals and the Tampa Bay Rays make it into that wild card, knocking out the Yankees and the Mariners. How about that? That's bold, right? Yeah. Who cares? The Dodgers, the Chicago Cubs, the Philadelphia Phillies are the NL leaders. And in the wild card, the Brewers, the Mets, and the Padres. And then on the outside looking in, you have the Cincinnati Reds, the St. Louis Cardinals, and the San Francisco Giants. Way down there, 9.5 games back from the Padres, it looks like, are the Braves. I've said it, they're out. I think they're going to be sellers. They might get rid of Murphy. They might get rid of Ozuna and then sell off whatever bullpen arms that are actually worth a damn. That's my prediction for those guys. I think that the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals are going to knock out the Padres and the Mets. How's about that? There you go. Padres and the Mets aren't going to make that wild card. I believe that the Brewers got something there, and I think they'll be able to do it. But yeah, I think the Cardinals and the Miami Marlins might be able to get up in that ass, make something happen. So that's all I really have. I wanted to see something too now that my brain is thinking about it. Wanted to see So all players currently right now in the batters world, we have currently Aaron Judge is number 1. Shohei Ohtani is number 2. Nobody would have thought these two names would have been in the top, we'll say 10. Kyle Rowley is ranked 4th. Pete Crow Armstrong is ranked 5th. So that means the pitcher is obviously 3rd, and that's Tariq Skubal. Zach Wheeler is 7th. Garrett Crochet is 8th. Ellie De La Cruz is 6th. Jose Ramirez, 9th. Kyle Tucker, 10th. I guess there's some surprising names like Bobby Witt's not in the top 10. Riley Green is having a fantastic year. Nobody would have predicted Eugenio Suarez would have been that high. Christian Yelich is having a very good year. He's ranked 42nd. Even the injured Jeremy Pena is still ranked. How about CJ Abrams? Let's look at some pitchers here. Who's up there? I already mentioned the top 3. Hunter Brown's probably going to just be a top round 2 pick next year. Can't believe Jacob deGrom is up there. Even Nathan Eovaldi, who was injured for a little bit, he's still in the top 20. Paul Skeens wishes he could buy a win. How about Matthew Boyd? Nobody saw that one coming. Robbie Ray's doing pretty good. Nick Pivetta. So, yeah, there you go. Okie dokie. Well, I'm not going to hold you guys up. I don't even know your attention span, but there you go. There's your little podcast there for you people. Hope you enjoyed it. Go and enjoy yourself some celebrity softball and then home run derby and then the All-Star game and then 2 days of break and then back to it. It's the mother